Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Idiosyncratic Fables, where everybody has a story to share, and I want to hear yours. I do owe all of you listeners an apology. I know I said that I tried to get an episode out once a month. Well, April's almost done, and here we are as I'm recording this, staring at my clock and calendar right now. It is 12:20 p.m. Central Time on April 24th, 2025. This month, in my opinion, zoomed by with all quickness. I dare say faster than the month of February. I mean, my goodness. But what I can say is that this month has been chock full of all good things. Sadly, I don't have a special guest for this month, and that is 100% my error. But you know what? It's okay, because that also allowed me to focus on other opportunities and other projects that I've got going on here in my studio, in my neck of the woods. So, for a brief glimpse into my studio, if you will, I just finished doing the corrections to a nonfiction from Highbridge Audio, which was absolutely fantastic, called From Chaos to Stability, all about the inner workings of our brain, how we register color, events, sound, etc., and how oftentimes there's a lot of noise in our brain space. There's a lot of chaos, if you will. And then the latter half of the book educated the reader, and in this case, listener, on how to find that balance, how to find that area of stability. So really, really good stuff. And I got to admit, every nonfiction I do, I always walk away with learning something new every single time, which I find hilarious and ironic, because when I first started my narration journey, like 7 years ago, I told myself, nonfiction? Pfft, I don't want to do nonfiction. Nah, that's not for me. I want to focus on, like all the science fiction and fantasy genres and all that other fun stuff. Well, what I also wanted to do was cast my net, so to speak, in as many different voiceover categories as possible. What I thought I wanted was commercials, audiobook narration, medical narration, corporate e-learning, corporate explainer videos, video games, cartoons. Like, I wanted it all. But as time progressed, and as I sought coaching and received coaching, I learned really quickly that we can't do it all. That you have to find your niche. You have to find what you're good at. And it just happened to be audiobooks for me. And I said, you know what? I can be okay with that. And so on the topic of audiobooks looking forward, currently in the studio, I'm narrating my first ever lit RPG book. And it just makes my nerd heart so incredibly happy. As soon as that one is done, I have another dystopian progression book coming in the future, which will be the third book in a trilogy. And then right on the heels of that one, I have another trilogy, but this one's more in the hard sci-fi area. From a very well-known author, but I'll keep that secret for right now. And then as soon as that one is done, that whole trilogy, I've got one more nonfiction to finalize what I've got in my pipeline for things that are getting ready to be recorded. So I'm very excited about the progress, very excited about what's coming in the future. And based on looking at my Excel spreadsheet tracker that I've got enough audiobook work that will carry me through the entire summer, which is outstanding. Now, as far as not having a guest this month, again, my sincere apologies. What I will do, though, is I actually have 2 guests for the podcast that I will feature both of them during the month of May. So I'll do a 2-episode release for May, and then we'll see where we're at from there, and hopefully be back on track for 1 guest per month for the rest of the year. But again, gotta remain flexible, semper gumby, as I like to say, because life happens. Things get in the way. You never know what's going to happen. So this is going to be a shorter than normal episode, and this is where I'm going to wrap it up. So I wish all of you a fantastic rest of your day. The weekend is shortly upon us. And remember, everybody has a story to tell, and I want to hear yours. So until I talk to you next time, peace be with you.